Hi everyone, I'm Megan. This yoga class is for your 18th week of pregnancy and is part of a yoga series where I guide you week by week through your pregnancy journey. I think as our bodies continue to change and grow, it's such a comforting thing to think about that our bodies know what to do. We don't have to tell our bodies what to do. They were designed to do this. So we get to sit back and observe the magic, of course, support our bodies in ways that feel good to us, but trust in knowing that our bodies are the perfect home for our babies. Grab your mat and we'll get started. So we'll start in a comfortable seated position. You can boost your hips up on a bolster, block, pillow, if that feels good for you. Hands can fall wherever feels supportive. And we'll close our eyes and start to tap into the present moment. Start to invite a presence to the practice. Thank yourself for showing up, doing something so good for yourself, so good for your body, so good for your baby. I invite you to place your hands on your belly if that feels good to you. As you breathe, without necessarily trying to control anything, just feel how the breath subtly moves into the belly, moving the hands away from us and back towards the spine. Without forcing it, so just observing. We allow our minds to think about all that's going on in there underneath our yoga clothes, underneath our skin. A moment of gratitude for our bodies, for all the incredible work they are doing. Create a home for our baby. And acknowledging that our bodies were perfectly designed to do this. So if we start to worry or we start to let our minds run away with some anxious thoughts about is everything okay down there, remind ourselves that our body knows what to do. So let's put a little faith in our bodies. Let them lead the way. Blink our eyes open. We'll inhale, the arms reach up on an inhale. Nice big stretch. And as we exhale, right hand down, left hand reaches over towards the right. Nice side body stretch on the left side. Maybe gazing towards the left elbow or up towards the ceiling. Breathing into left side body. And flowing through center on the inhale, finding some length through center. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaching towards the left. Lengthening the sides of our body, feeling that stretch from right hip along the side body, through the armpit, all the way through the fingertips. And through center. I'm going to remove what I'm sitting on. You can certainly stay up on the pillow or blanket if that feels good. Starting with the right ankle in front of the left, just so we're all on the same page here. We're going to start to walk the hands out in front of us until you start to feel a little stretch, maybe in right hip, lower back. Letting your body lead the way. So we're not forcing it. We're not trying to hit a certain angle, certain shape, but rather seeking out the sensation, noticing when we feel it, and then maybe pausing and breathing there. Taking the hands for a little walk over towards the left. Framing the left knee. Feeling a deeper stretch in right lower back for me. And then walking the hands through center over towards the right. Inviting the breath wherever you are. So I like to think on the inhale, finding some length. On the exhale, sinking in a little bit deeper. We're finding some relaxation on the exhale. Walking through center, back upright to a upright posture. And then we'll switch the cross of our legs. So left ankle in front of the right now. Walking the hands out in front of us until we feel a stretch that feels good for our bodies. Walking the hands over towards the right. Noticing where you feel the change in the stretch. And then walking the hands over towards the left. Hands back to center. We'll walk our hands in, sitting up nice and tall. Let's let the legs come out in front of us, extend the legs. It might feel good to kind of shake the legs out, maybe windshield wiper the feet. Maybe making some circles with the ankles. And then we'll work our way into a tabletop position. So shoulders over our wrists, hips over our knees. And let's just wag the hips side to side. Back to center, finding some cat-cows, letting the belly drop, gazing up. Rounding the back through cat pose, maybe gazing towards the belly button. Going through a few rounds of this nice flexion extension of the spine. Coming through center, we're going to walk the hands out in front of us, keeping the hips over the knees until our chest starts to melt towards the mat. So we're coming into puppy posture. So heart melting towards the mat, nice stretch under the armpits for the chest. Forehead might reach the mat if you have a block handy and you want a little extra support or some more lift. The mat feels a little far away. You can place your forehead on the block. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. Slowly walking the hands back underneath the shoulders. We'll curl the toes under. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Find our downward facing dog. Deep cleansing breath when we get here. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more time like that. Inhale. And exhale. Lifting the right leg up towards the ceiling. Big reach. Toes towards the sky. You can bend and straighten the knee a few times. Maybe make some circles with the knee on the ceiling. Then place right foot down. Inhale, left leg up. Reach, reach, reach towards the ceiling. You can start to play with bending and straightening the knee. Maybe making some circles. Placing the foot back down, gazing up towards the hands, walking the feet slowly up towards the wrists. I'm going to keep my feet a little bit wider than hips distance here. Generous bend to the knees as I slowly, emphasis on slowly, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Finding our Tadasana mountain pose, looping the shoulders back, grounding our feet down, letting our body acclimate to this standing posture after having our head below the heart for a little bit. And I know for myself in the stage of pregnancy, it hasn't felt so good to be in a downward dog for too long of a time. So listen to your body, let it lead the way. You can always come down to a child's pose, skip a posture if it doesn't feel right for you. Inhale, arms sweep up on an inhale. Exhale, folding down towards the mat. Hands might reach for blocks, shins, maybe the floor. As we inhale, hands can kind of glide up the legs as we find some extension through the spine. Think about hugging baby close to you to support here, finding some activation through our core muscles. Exhale, folding down once again. And inhale, sweeping the arms up. From here, sinking the hips back, finding a chair posture, firing up the legs. You guys got this. Nice strong legs, shifting the weight back towards the heels. And then maybe playing with our balance here. So shifting weight towards right foot, right leg. Maybe playing with, can we lift left heel off the mat? Maybe left toes can hover off the mat. Thank you, right leg. Shaking is okay. Can you gracefully place left foot back down? Shifting over towards left leg, can we lift right heel? Maybe can we lift right toes? Slowly, gracefully placing right foot back down. Inhale, sweep The arms up as the legs extend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Finding that extension through the spine. Exhale, folding. Inhale, arms come up. From here, stepping left foot towards the back of the mat. We're coming into warrior one. The right knee is bent. Pinky side of the left foot is grounded down into the mat. Nice, strong warrior one. You can widen the hands a little bit. Maybe think about holding a beach ball here. Few deep breaths. Stepping left foot back to meet the right. Exhale, hands come down. We'll just let the arms rest a little bit. Loop the shoulders back. 1, 2, 3 times. Inhale, arms up again as we step right foot back to find our warrior one on the other side. Settling into our warrior posture. Feeling the strength in our body as we're grounded down through the feet, reaching up through the fingertips. Stable through the center. Celebrating that we're able to move this way in a way that feels good in our bodies. Step the right foot to meet the left. Exhale, float the arms down towards the mat. Stepping the feet back to a downward facing dog. Maybe taking a deep cleansing breath. And then gazing towards the feet, the hands will start to walk back towards the toes. We're going to widen our feet and lower the hips down. Finding a Halasana position. Nice, easy squat. You can grab a block or pillow if it's within reach and sit on it for a little extra support. Hands at heart center. If this isn't working for you today, you can come back into a seated posture on the ground. We're starting to wind it down a little bit. So close your eyes wherever you're at. Hands at heart center. If you're like me, you can certainly feel your heart beating a little bit faster. That movement. Sitting on something, we'll just release it to the side, help guide our bottoms to the mat, and stretch our legs out in front of us. We've been here before. Let's flex the toes back towards our face. Plant the hands down into the mat. Just breathe here. So even sitting up straight here, I'm still feeling a stretch in my hamstrings. Finding some lengthening in the spine, crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Hands rooted down into the mat. And then guiding the feet in towards our bodies, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Maybe finding a little shift to help sit up straight once again. Breathing here. And only if it feels good in your body can you invite a little bit of a forward fold, perhaps nose past the toes, still lengthening the spine, opening the hips. More deep breaths here. Body start to cool down. Back up to a seated position. We will find our final resting pose. So you can stay seated if that feels good for you. If you're going to come back down to the mat to lie down, I do suggest getting blanket, pillow, bolster to place in between the knees as we lay on our left side, whichever side feels best for you. Taking a moment to get comfortable. Wherever you're at, taking a few moments to settle in, don't rush, moving mindfully, making it part of the yoga practice to arrive in whatever position you've chosen. So again, you can lie on your side with something in between the legs. You can stay seated in an easy posture, maybe sitting on that pillow or blanket. Maybe you even want to find a child's pose. As you settle in, I'll invite you to close your eyes. Maybe hand reaches for belly once again. Scanning the body to see if there's any areas that are still feeling tight or tense, where we're holding on. As we drift off in the Shavasana with each exhale, we invite a little more softening to those areas. Deepening the breath. Just kind of got comfy and you want to linger where you are, by all means. Place the hand into the mat to help guide our body up to a seated position if we're lying down. Eyes can stay shut as we bring our hands to heart center. I'll invite you to repeat after me. My body is the perfect home for my baby. I trust my body. I listen to my body. My body is on my side. I am strong. I am capable. I am competent. Maybe taking one of those mantras throughout the rest of your day, throughout the week. Left hand can come to the heart, right hand to the belly as we inhale, sending some love to your sweet baby. Exhale, feel your baby sending love back to you. Inhale, sending love to your baby. Believing that they can feel this. Exhale, baby, sending love right back to you. Together once again. Thumbs to third eye between the brow. I thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.